So this would have been early 2003. Yeah, so this would have been early 2003. A little bit of backstory to this match. I have this gimmick where I'm dressing like Raven and acting like Raven, but I'm telling people I don't look like Raven. But the backstory to this match was we had an issue with a certain wrestler and we had to ban them from the backyard. Kid Crush was friends with that wrestler and decided he was going to quit as well in solidarity and support of his friend, which I mean, I get, but that's a huge blow to our roster here because I said it then and I'll say it now. Kid Crush is the best backyard wrestler I've ever seen. He was the best of all of us. If you were wrestling Kid Crush, you knew you were going to have a good match. And so what I wanted to do with this match is I wanted to send the message that we can still have great matches without him. We don't necessarily need him. The show must go on. And so I wanted to set an example here. So as we go through this match, you'll see I'm pulling out every stop I can. This match is going to be just big spot after big spot after big spot. Nappy just went for his finisher, the vertebreaker, and I reversed it. And now I'm going for a crossbody, a flying crossbody off the top rope. And then here I'm going to get him in the corner. I'm going to stomp a mud hole. And I'm going to get this stop sign here. And I'm going over here. And if you watch, I'm about to hit a Van Terminator. Like, this is the third move of the match. And I'm hitting a Van Terminator. Bam. Coast to coast right there. Because, again, I'm trying to send this message that we can still have great matches. Like, I'm trying to pull out all the stops and lead by example here. So I'm going to Irish whip Nappy out of the ring. I'm going to run and do a running swanton over the top rope and then hit my head on that school desk. I'm going to hit a flying leg drop on the outside. I mean, we're using weapons. We're fighting on the outside. I'm doing high flying stuff. If we watch this kick, bam, I just kneed myself in my face on the way down. You know, then we have this little concrete strip here. I'm about to give Nappy a suplex onto the concrete. So, I mean, we're what? 2 minutes into this match, and there's been a coast-to-coast, a swanton to the outside. There's been weapons. There's been brawling on the outside. There's been a suplex on the concrete. Like, I'm pulling out every stop I can. I'm trying my damnedest to make this match great. I'm doing my damnedest to raise the bar as high as I can. I'm very limited. I'm not an athlete. I can't do a lot of the things Kid Crush can do. I can't do a lot of the things much better wrestlers can do. So I'm going to the ceiling of my skills. What's the best I can do? And I'm going to pull out all the stops and get there. So here I got him in a half Boston Crab on the outside. I think he was trying to pile drive me on the ground, and I was like, hell no, I don't trust you with a goddamn pile driver. All right. I was squashing him early on in the match, so I will start selling for him, and I will start letting him get some offense. I don't want this to be a squash match. I do want there to be some back and forth. So I'm selling my ass off for a DDT because I want him to get some offense in. He was the defending hardcore champion at the time, so I didn't want to squash him. You know, punching me with the trash can lid. That trash can lid has seen better days. Our ring was falling apart at this point. You can see on the right side there that turnbuckle post was like coming out of the ground. So we like tied a rope to it and tied the other end to a tree stump to try and support it until we could reset that concrete and get that post back into the ground. You know, you couldn't really climb the ropes we had, so we had these like step ladders set up in the corner so that way you could do high flying moves. But the ring was always falling apart. The ropes were always coming undone. The ropes were always coming loose. Those poles were always bending. So this ring was not as safe as it could have been. Like, it's really just there for show. Like all those mattresses, this is going to sound super gross. We didn't buy those mattresses. Oh, Hurricane Rana, look at me trying every high-flying move I can. But yeah, we didn't buy these mattresses. We found them around the neighborhood. We'd be hanging out. We'd see an old mattress on the street. We'd say, hot damn, and we'd drag it to my backyard. So that's pretty gross in hindsight. At 14, I was like, oh yeah, free mattresses. Awesome. And then right here, I'm terrified of heights. But Kid Crush's very first day in the backyard, he jumped off the roof, and it was the craziest thing we've ever seen. And so again, I'm trying to say, anything Anthony can do, I can do. Anything Anthony can do, you can do. So even though I'm afraid of heights, I'm going to jump off my roof here. I wanted to send that message, and I've always had the mindset of I will never ask you to do something I won't do. I'm terrified of heights, but I just jumped off my roof. You know? And then here I won the belt. I'm a 2-time hardcore champion. Nappy and the referee legitimately did not like each other in real life, so there was a little banter there. I'm going to do the old trick where you raise your opponent's hand and then bam, hit him with my finisher because I didn't win with my finish and I felt like I had to get my shit in. But, you know, is a lot happened in 6.5 minutes? A lot happened in that 6.5 minute match. And again, that was just me doing my damnedest to lead by example because this was my backyard and I was the boss calling the shots.